You've had your own issues, bro.
Well, besides issues, let's talk about, the okay thing. Because
Are you?
Not really.
Are you okay?
No, actually, I'm not really okay.
I know you're not okay, bud. And we talked about it earlier, and I think
I don't feel as great as I used
the
to.
scenario that you painted for me seems like it's very unfair and unfavourable towards if you've got a penis.
Oh, that's so old now, though, man. Like,
I know, but I'm just saying, it's like, what the hell? Like, are you not even willing to take, the most basic of suggestions that might help, Or do you just look at me as some sort of fumbling fucking moron, Si?
Yeah.
Do you want my help, or do you only need it when it's fucking absolutely necessary? Like, what function do I serve, I want it to be the male role, be the dominant thing that, puts a little bit of fear, but not enough to fuck someone up, right?
And
I know. And to me, it's more love than it is fear, bud. You learn more from someone receiving love than you do from being a whipping boy, that's for sure. From my own personal experience, and I know that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. When someone else has got issues that they've held their whole fucking life and then they want to take it out on you, that's a fucked up way of being, right? And I can admit that because I was on the receiving end.
Sure.
And so were you. So were you, Si.
It is. It's not
both
desirable.
been on the receiving end of, incapacity, people that aren't willing to, take our companions as more important than what we are. Yeah. Companions had higher regard, man. And I know that in your circumstance, bud. And for you, like, it taught you some harsh fucking lessons in reality, like, of the human condition, mate. And how fucked up the human condition can be, And that's been something that I know personally that you've struggled with, Si. All right?
Like how? Yeah. Well,
dealing with that fucked up human condition.
Yeah. For sure. And I think
like I had my own version of it, but man, I am thankful that I did not have your upbringing. All right, I'm so thankful that you were the one that had to endure that, because it's made you who you are. So I don't think I could personally handle that. I would have probably murdered my parent. I'll put it that way. Okay,
Sure,
I'm really sorry, but I would have had the horse stomp her.
Sure. It's not ideal, though.
No, I know, but it would have been a quick and
help, ultimately.
Quick and serviceable release.
Well, yeah, but it's not quick. The reality of that is that you then live with that experience for the rest of your story.
I'd be happy to.
Observing my mother's own journey with that has been one of, like, where recognizing my own levels of my own steps of living my own steps of forgiveness, but also recognizing her own forgiveness.
Yeah,
that we can do what we, when I say, like, we only do what we think is right. That is so. However, fundamentally, the true reality, base reality, exists without people, and it is this primary state, which is a separate thing, which I'm not doing about right now. But then,
and that's why we're not owners. We're not owners, so we're caretakers.
No, but within that, like, you can be a parent and think, oh, the right thing to do here is beat the shit out of my child. Example. No, but you can think that is the right thing to do.
Oh, of course, because you got that lesson. You got that lesson, so
well, even though you didn't learn that lesson, but like, you learned a different lesson that led you to that truth, whatever that might be. But, like, you also fundamentally are reality, and in that, as you're hitting the child, you're hitting yourself.
Pretty much.
And actually, so that.
Well, my youngling,
that is the forgiveness.
They were the one that made that.
But that is the journey. And you think about your grandmother, for example.
Why are you hurting me? If you love me, why are you hurting me?
You look into her eyes, and those eyes, the anger or the whatever, I can't see your grandma's eyes, but, like, those eyes, the darkness in there.
I can. There was love in them, and there was also crazy.
Exactly, the crazy. And the crazy is, like, the result of thinking,
I saw the love and I saw the crazy. I received both sides of that personality.
And so you can see them driving themselves crazy in the action of harming the person.
Yeah, it was harming themselves.
It was fucking totally.
Well, that's the reason why I played DK to her when she was on her deathbed, mate. I felt it was fitting. She needed to hear Bliss Trap,
Nice.
Yeah. That's it. She appreciated it. She's like, yeah, I get it. There's the mod next. There's the reason we crack our heads across the wall when we're young,